Well, hello and good evening. This is Jerry here. I promised you a few weeks back that I would come back and deliver the final installment of this three-part series on an implicit bias. So I'm coming back to do that. Thank you for tuning in. It's the first time I spoke with you about implicit bias. I kind of laid out the definition of it, and what it is, and what the actual terms mean. Came back a few weeks later and talked about the origins and how we develop these biases, where they come from, and how we attach ourselves to them. And I had told you that I would the third part, the third video, would be on things to do to eliminate them. And that's what we're going to talk about. That's what I'm going to talk about here tonight. Okay, so let's get to them. There are 10 things to do, right? You always need 10, right? Although I could have mixed it up and said 9. Maybe it would have been a little more catchy. But there's 10. Number 1 is to make acquaintances with people who do not look, act, or believe like you do. Make acquaintances with people or friends, but with people who do not look, act, or believe like you do. That's number 1. Number 2 is to attend functions where the people in attendance do not look, act, or believe like you do. All right? Attend functions. Number 3 is to read books on discrimination, oppression, and conflict. I want to read more. I used to read more, and I left Facebook, so I think maybe I'll have more time to read now. I'm thinking I will. Matter of fact, I have been spending more time reading, so it's been a good thing. So read books on discrimination, oppression, and conflict. That's number 3. Number 4 is to travel. Now listen, if you want to go to Harlem or Hawaii, those are 2 places that I've been, and I would recommend them if you can get there. But you don't have to go there to immerse yourself in a different culture. You can go to the neighborhood, the city adjacent from yours that you don't go to, or that maybe you're uncomfortable going to. Okay. So in other words, if you're currently in a bubble, and I've been in one myself, get out of it and meet people, okay, who do not look, act, or believe like you do. All right, number 5, speak up to your friends and family when they speak biases that you don't agree with, And I would say that this is maybe the most difficult one to do on the list, because none of us want to be ousted from our own tribe. We want to fit in. We want to feel like we're part of the people who love and care about us. And be careful about who you think love and care about you, I guess. But to speak up against those who speak biases. I've been in situations where I've done it, and I've been in situations where I have not done it. And it's the times that I have not done it that I regret. Okay. That was number 5. Number 6 is to widen the definition of who you are or who you believe yourself to be. Okay, if I only think of myself as a 50-something straight white male, then there's a chance that that's how I will define you. Not necessarily as a 50-something straight white male, but using those demographic parameters. Okay, I tell groups that when I go and speak is to be elastic with your definition of who you are. And that elasticity means that I'm not pigeonholed into any particular group. Okay, so widen the definition of who you are, or be more elastic with it. Number 7 is to take an honest look at your own people, whoever you believe your own people to be. Okay, and ask yourself the question: are they always right, just, and fair? Number 8 is to take an honest look at your need, my need, our need, to be right, which is often a fear response that is counterproductive to being open to those who are not in our tribe. So take a look at your need to be right. Number 9 is to let go of past scripts about who is good and who is not. Remember last time I talked about the scripts and the roles of how we get embedded with these by when we were little boys and little girls, about how to think about certain people. And you don't go over there, those are those people. You stay over here with us, we're safe, they're not safe. And all those messages that we're given, and we grow up with them, and we are afraid sometimes to go around those people who oftentimes we don't know a whole lot about, or we think we know about them because someone told us, hey, that's who they are. But we really don't know firsthand for ourselves. So let go of those past scripts. It's not easy. Being around people who do not look, act, or believe like you do will help you with that. And then finally, that was number 9. Number 10 is to never settle for thinking you know a person or a group fully. Okay? We are continually changing and adapting. So those are the 10 things to do, the to-dos of how to eliminate biases. There are others. Okay, but those are some more, kind of get some teeth to it that you can try out and do. All right, and I hope you do so. So that is that ends the discussion, the 3-video discussion on implicit bias. My website, and just as a continual plug, listen, the guy who does my website, Marvin Anderson. Hey, Marvin. He tells me to do consistent content. He is disappointed, I'm sure, because he told me once a week we'll get you front and center, and I'm like once every 4 weeks here, 5 weeks. So I'm trying. I need to get better. But he encourages me to drive people back to my website, because you can hire me and you can see what I'm doing and you can see what I'm writing about and all that stuff. So anyway, it's www.jerrynehr.com. That's JERRYNEHR.com. And you will also find there a link to the book that I wrote back in 2019 entitled Erasing the Margins. It's available on Amazon. All right. I think I told you so back in December, but anyway, you're hearing it again. Thank you. Next time, when you see me, I'll be talking with you about a man that I met on the streets of Detroit back in 2017. His name is Robert, and he impacted me greatly, and I only met him a couple of times. I've written about him. He's the last chapter in the book on erasing the margins, and I've also written a play about him that is done, but with some tweaking to do. And once the theaters start opening back up, I'll be looking for actors to try to cast in this and see what we can do and present it to the Detroit community. Okay, so anyway, look for that. That's down the road. Again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed hearing about these things to do, and I'll be back with you soon to talk about Robert. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.